My dear Patreon and Telegram members, welcome to this update for the last week of May. What I write do we have ahead now that we had a very interesting development, as mentioned, kind of expected to have a new high for BTC, and I do think that we will continue in a bullish manner this week still with the Mercury Sun Cazimi at the end of the working week on Friday, and this will be an interesting influence to take into account. Then be more cautious to the beginning of June. I would say June 1st we do have a important Venus Chiron conjunction in the sky, which is exact on Sunday, and it will influence also the next week. Unfortunately, this can play both ways from my experience, and it's also a sort of long-term influence because Chiron is an asteroid which moves very, very slow. So I would say until 30th, the sky is pretty clean, so to speak. Of course, we do have influences on Bitcoin level hour by hour that might also have a bit of retracement during the week. So if you are curious, you can check that, of course. And otherwise, I would say that if you want to have each day for the global astrology, you can check the video link that I put here. But this would be in a nutshell the summary for this. Thank you so much for the feedback for the new format. I understand you like it a lot, and it is more concise for sure. It makes the videos more focused, and of course it will not overwhelm you with astrology so much. So let's go into the next format. As usual, you will have this PDF together with the financial calendar cheat sheet attached to the Patreon entry and also sent to you in Telegram. So let's go into that. I would like to say that the context is very important. So the reds that you see can be temporary retracements or maybe not moving that fast. Like we saw the case for Ethereum. I filmed this on May 22nd, and we see that despite of the big upsurge in BTC, Ethereum is picking up. Yes, it's picking up, but not so fast. So this is also a caveat of the reds here. Once we have this big momentum and sum of money going into crypto. So it's important to see, okay, the previous weekend, as you can see here, it's quite clean in terms of Bitcoin. Then we have a mixed influence for Ethereum. It could be a bit of slowdown, maybe retracements, but I see them as being minor. And we see for XAU, gold, I think it won't be the case that gold will drop entirely in a big way, at least not for now. And we can see that we have also a quite balanced, it's a mixed influence, but it will be quite balanced, I would say. Then we can go into the working week, which is important because we do have volume usually. And for BTC, we have good news. We have good astrology in general in the week globally. So this will be valid for BTC and all other artifacts. But as you see in the horoscope, we get also some temporary retracements, as you can see at a glance. So first of all, we will have a sort of tempering down of the good astrology that we have globally on Monday, because we have this red aspect. It's a low intensity red in the horoscope. So I think the week will not begin, so to speak, in full force. We can get a retracement. People will cash in profits for sure at this at the highest, or this would have happened maybe a bit before. So this can also be the case, just be aware of that. And then we do have a bullish momentum also in the horoscope of Bitcoin with the global astrology aligned at day level. But during the day, we will have price fluctuations. So expect them. You see the red moon crescent and also here the Bitcoin red fire. And Friday will be also good. This is the famous Cazimi in the global astrology, which can bring a local peak. And we do have also the Bitcoin horoscope supporting it, as you see, because we get greens here. When we have green at day level, this means that we have a clear direction, because this will be really active the whole day. So whatever will come on the hourly aspects would be on top of it. So this is the way you can see it. Of course, they are also exact at a certain hour and minute in the day, but overall they will bring an energy and a direction for the day. And when BTC is pretty like this, so to speak, then it is good also for others. I want to raise your attention on Ethereum. This time we have the big aspect on the 29th, which is about the Jupiter sextile, Jupiter in the natal chart, which means increase of the market cap in the next 1-2 months, but it starts now and it could be quite powerful. Of course, we have also some negative influences around this day, but you need to be aware that this energy is active also for the next week, for the whole week for sure, and it will be quite powerful. So my point is we can expect a recovery and even growth in Ethereum, and then to go further with Bitcoin and for altcoins, I mean, sorry. So for altcoins, I would really expect development once Ethereum really goes up. We will see also altcoins moving, at least some of them. So we really hope for that. So again, it is synchronized with BTC. It will be a slower pace in the beginning, but then it will go up and will pick up momentum here. It might grow less than BTC maybe on Friday, but we will see. In any case, it looks very promising. XAU is also promising. In the first part of the week, we see growth here. Of course, we will have temporary retracements as well, but it will be balanced, I think, here in the first part of the week. And then the second part of the week will be weaker for gold, for the silver and gold index XAU. We can have a correction maybe at the beginning of the next week for gold. And then the weekend, because this is also important to take into account. The mystery is the conjunction between Venus and Chiron, which is exact on June 1st, which is on Sunday. I put it as positive. I incline to believe that it will be positive per se, because we got a lot of money into crypto. So if this doesn't really go out in a massive way, I do think we will have maybe a small retracement, a consolidation, a retesting to a new level, maybe 110K, hopefully, and then the journey will continue. But it is not so eventful in terms of day level aspects, as you can see. Also, Ethereum is neutral for the day, so again, gray is neutral, and we get here a mixed astrological influence for the Ethereum horoscope on Sunday, but it is overall bullish. Of course, the Venus Chiron, which is in the global astrology, will influence all markets. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out. And maybe we will see only the next Monday. As mentioned here, we will have some correction probably in the beginning of the next week for XAU due to negative influences during the weekend as well. Before I go, I want only to share some longer term aspects, so to speak, and thoughts from my side. It might be that the beginning of June will be turbulent still. I do think we have some important aspects that could shake the price a bit. I refer especially with Bitcoin, and the mid of June for sure we get some crazy influences there. There are a lot of influences, as I told you, in the macro as well. At S&P 500 level, we have 8 long-term aspects. So God knows what will happen. It is quite a very complex month, but we have a bullish, very bullish and volatile aspect, which is long-term between Uranus and Jupiter in the Bitcoin chart on June 27th. So June 15th, 16th, 17th will be tricky, and it could be that we get a dump, and then it will go up again, but it depends, how much it will drop. But expect some turbulence here in the first part of the month. This is what I wanted to provide you as a caution point. So if it's important for you and you got nice profits now, it's good to secure some of them. In my opinion, it is of course up to you, and check the TA, but just be aware that we might have some turbulence in June, and it is important to catch what you really have in terms of profits. Thank you so much for your support, for your loyalty. I am very grateful for that, and I wish you a relaxing weekend and a successful week ahead. Be joyful. See you.